Alright. We are live. This is JA_007 with Twisted Crow back in Resident Evil, Operation Raccoon City. It's been years. And time has not been kind to you. You are now level 1 again. What have they done to my boy?
They made me yellow.
They made him yellow. They said get in the yellow suit. He's a chicken. He's an angry chicken. He's now Richard from Hotline Miami. I know. I was say I do know that you played a lot of Vector. I played a lot of Spectre. Did we want to swap up roles for this particular one? 'Cause I don't mind playing whoever.
I can't switch since I'm ready up.
Oh, you can't switch because you're ready to. I see. I think you can
I have no problem with me. I can't unready.
I see. I see. We don't want to deal with that whole bag of worms again.
No.
Yeah, well, I'll do default Vector for the very first mission. And we are playing on professional difficulty, so we're gonna die. Because especially we are using default weapons, so we will very much die.
Speak for yourself, I'm using DLC weapons.
Oh, you cheeky smart bastard. September 1998. Umbrella Corporation, Raccoon City facility. The USS Delta Team, codenamed Wolfpack, has been deployed to help Alpha Team. They've arrived on site.
Alpha Leader, we're in position. Copy. Stand by.
You know, I just realized, you know how awkward it must be for those guards? Like, what if they are just so used to Hunt coming up every day, every Saturday? And then just this time he just guts the fuck out of them.
The Death Vector here. Good to see you again, sir.
My name is Bertha. Ready to play.
Command, I've rendezvoused with Delta Team.
Understood. Now find Birkin and secure those samples. Failure is not an option.
You heard him. Let's move. We're entering the lab of Dr. William Birkin, an Umbrella scientist attempting to sell classified samples of a weaponized virus strain to the US government.
You mean Umbrella's T-virus?
No. This is a new gene-altering compound Birkin's developed called the G-virus. It's significantly more powerful, and he's in possession of the only known samples. There's a detachment of Umbrella's biohazard countermeasure service on site who will likely try to protect him.
To see what
They are
skills I had,
unaware of this
this was the other
operation
one.
and are considered expendable. Aren't we on the same team? Couldn't we just pick up the phone and call? The UBCS are just mercenaries. They can be bought. We can't assume their loyalty to the company. So what's the objective? Intercept Birkin and secure the G-virus. All right, weapons live. We're ready for action.
Welcome to Umbrella.
Alright, security
All right,
camera.
it's open. Let's go.
Security cameras. No evidence.
Those don't look nice.
Come on,
Oh,
let's
hunters.
keep moving.
Gotta love hunters.
Here they come.
Take cover. Take the bleed.
I hear you acting down, so no, I'm already down. They drilled into my cover, brother. I'm lost in the storm. I'm laying down. Yeah, I love that you grabbed my right. No. No.
Reestablishing
Oh, using the connection. Please wait. What a situation. I think it's the first time we've ever seen. Yeah, Tisacro has left the game. But I'm back. And now it's just over. So it seems like you're having issues connecting because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
It
I
is
want to
being
play this. I did.
We've never actually ran into these issues ever. All those years ago.
Yeah, but things are different with newer technology and all that, and
I blame Windows 11.
I blame fucking Windows 5.
Yes. I blame the fact it never got support, yet being told that it was investigated and was being worked on.
Investigated 4 years ago.
We investigated there's a problem.
Haven't got this shit together.
We have delisted this awesome, beautiful game because we're too lazy.
Sorry, folks. Looks like the stream ends here.
Damn. Now we'll be stubborn. We'll keep trying. We'll try another time.
I tried to simply exit the game and it's trying to reestablish the connection. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play.
Yeah, it's telling me that you're live. It tells me that you're online. I've been put on casual. It is being special. Try. We will try it.
And it's disconnected me again.
I wonder why.
Probably because of where I live. I'm just gonna...
It could be that, but it also makes me wonder. Like,
this is an old game.
But that's the thing. If I'm having a completely stable connection, it makes me really wonder if it is something.
You also don't live out in the boonies.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is it makes me wonder if it's something more internal versus something that's actually a real connection. You know?
Well, I do live in a... I'm having to use the hospital on my phone to play games most of the time.
Ah, gotcha.
I live in a very spotty area.
Spotty? Yeah.
But usually, like, playing other games that we have, like... When we play,
can have an ease of a time to play Delta Force, but has an issue playing classic Operation Raccoon City. What kind of logic is that?
fucking...
Doesn't make it.
Look, we know that this game is a spiteful bitch.
You're not wrong. It's a classy lady. It's a classy lady.
Lady was standing.
A lady was standing. This is goddamn it. You know, that's what we should play. We should play Resident Evil 5. I would actually be down for that.
Wait, let me exit this judgmental woman. See how long it would actually take for 5 to install. No connection.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
It's stupid. I've got to constantly like switch between like house internet for downloading and my phone's hotspot for actually playing games.
That... I remember back then it used to just be one line. Now you're telling me that your life is...
When I used to live in a town.
Yeah, now it's full of juggling, which I'm just like... God damn.
Like, I used to live in a town, so I had like, you know, a proper fucking connection. I no longer live in said town. I live out in the middle of fucking the booty.
Yes. Let's see which one. I could also share screen this, but while you're downloading.
Yeah, I mean, I got 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 12, 13 minutes for 5. Playing 6 together would be a blast as well.
Yeah, let me pull that up for here. So I was thinking of putting the lights out. Play Lupo. That'd be fun.
Bring the chicken belt away. I live there in spirit.
Okay, I'll bring that away. You'll be here spiritually.
No, the yellow belt.
The thing that sucks though is that you could do. I think you could do this on console, but on PC you can't make them. The only person you can make colors is yourself.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So it's all default. I remember someone did find a way to do it. I don't remember the way. I do not know the way.
Is it have a friend join, have them change their color, and then leave?
Yeah, that's actually what happened when you left. It was still yellow beltway. Are you gonna join just for that? Which I approve if you want. Sorry, I'm now like reading their little bios that they have here: Assault, Lupo, Spectre, Surveillance, and then I went back and forth with Spectre and Vector, and I'm just like, okay, one's Surveillance and one's Recon, which makes a lot of sense, especially their background. But then I started thinking about it for a moment. I'm like, I know they're distinctly different, and I know those roles are indeed very distinctly different. But aren't they also kind of the same? We got Bertha Medic, Field Scientist.
Yeah. That and Vector, it was, trained by Hunk, so he has that fucking CQB.
Yeah. Vector's files remains largely confidential. His true identity hidden. Training at Rockford Island, he developed his lethal martial art ability, an elite skill for reconnaissance. As a covert operative. His achievements in the field are only matched by his former master, Hunk. And then Spectre is just a veteran of the Cold War, a former spy. Vladimir Spectre Petrovsky was moved from Umbrella's European wing.
Man literally went from being in Splinter Cell to a zombie apocalypse.
I know. It's literally Russian Splinter Cell. It's great. My favorite thing about his bio is he moved from Umbrella's European wing for unknown reasons. What does a surveillance officer get swapped to the American wing from the European wing for unknown reasons? And then just immediately falls with the rest of his bio, the premier surveillance expert of the Umbrella Security Service. He was transferred to Wolfpack when the upper echelon of Umbrella's management realized his skills could greatly benefit them. Which, now that I think about it, if upper echelon of Umbrella management, did he just like leak their shit? And he just told them like, your security is shit. And then they're like, hey, we need that kind of guy in America, not in Europe. Don't let him be near his own friends.
Or be exposed.
You get pay raise, but we take you away from your friends. Yes. And then Bertha, let's see, Michaela Bertha Schneider. I never really thought about that, but she would be a Schneider, especially with her lines. Finds pleasure in pain. After an unsuccessful return to civilian life, this disciplined former soldier with a devotion to medicine eagerly joined Wolfpack as their medic, and she was assured an aesthetic would be considered a luxury and not priority. That is, I still, even after all these years, I'm just like, damn, that's... And Four Eyes, the field scientist. Developing an unhealthy obsession with science at a young age, Christine Four Eyes Yamata specializes in virology. She is so deeply focused on her work that she has little interest in anything else, including the feelings or lives of other human beings. Studious and detailed, she always wants to know more about a given situation. And we got to Beltway. Hector
she
Beltway.
kind of looks like the
what's up?
chick from. She kind of looks like the chick from Outbreak.
Yeah.
The one with amnesia?
Yeah, the one with amnesia. Yeah, from the video I sent. Yeah, legit. Now that you point out, I never really thought about that. You know, it makes me wonder if she was operating, you're just like, all right, she knows too much. We erased her brain, and then we just dumped her in the world, and she just does not remember shit. And she was a former Umbrella employee. I wouldn't be surprised.
But now she's back.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Beltway, Demolition. Hector Beltway Hivers is an elite demolition expert that was discharged from the Army Corps of Engineers. Not much is known about the incident other than the addition of Beltway's prosthetic leg. His dedication to his craft is beyond question, while his joy for blowing things up is always visible. Especially in the trailer. Like, holy shit, man. Dude, he fucking loves fucking blowing shit up. It's great. And it's not like, oh, I like blowing
Why do you
stuff
think
up.
I love playing Beltway?
Like, it's
He's
not
like an American Junkrat. He has the prosthetic leg. He loves explosives.
Junkrat before Junkrat. You know what? That is actually very accurate. He really had that energy. He was the embodiment of the duo that was Junkrat and what's his name?
Roadhog.
Roadhog. All right, and now we have Lupo, Assault, former French Special Forces operator. Garina Lupo Lesprox specializes in weaponry. Lured by money, Lupo joined Umbrella and leads Wolfpack. Her knowledge in the field makes her highly trusted by her team. She looks out for them, like a wolf looks out for her cubs, which has made the team affectionately call her Wolf Mother. You know, the funny and crazy thing is that these characters actually have extended lore.
She got all about the money.
Well, yeah. So the whole thing, allegedly, from the documents, she actually was lured towards the financial incentive because her husband, I believe, was also lost and or killed because I think he also worked that kind of field. But she took up with it because she trained in that area. But she stopped to become a mother, but now that the main breadwinner is gone, she had to take on the mantle to provide for her kids and their education, stuff like that. So that's why she's out here operating. Hey, Seashells, a long time.
I can imagine how many times she has to scold.
Go on.
I can imagine how many times she has to scold Beltway for blowing shit up randomly.
I honestly could totally see that dynamic. I don't even know how she would even snap at him. Like, I can't tell if it would be snapping or if it would just be like, Beltway, what did we talk about? Beltway, you can't play with the zombies and as he puts a grenade in their mouth and then tosses it at the other players. At the enemy operators. I could totally see that.
Big fast.
Surprise, think fast. Seashell says, yeah, it was nice. You reached out the other day. Hope you've been better. Oops, caps. No, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, I was reaching out to a lot of good old folks, and I was just like going through like my server listing and a lot of friends. I was like, you know, I haven't reached out to that person. That's I know I told you this, Twisted, and I mentioned this on stream before. That's how I got linked up with Lyle again. I was like, man, it's been way too long. Reached out, and that's where we played. Which again, I'm excited for you and I when you can to play
Yeah.
No More Room in Hell
Tomorrow.
2. Is it tomorrow? It's tomorrow.
That could damage the
Yes.
corporation. We don't have time to
It's
hunt
about
them down.
why I
So we're going
nearly
to have
hit
to
my
knock
ball a
out
bit
power grid
too hard. I
take
felt
down
some
the
give
city
there.
telecommunications. We can't let anything get out. that
Okay,
might link us to
can
the
I
outbreak.
highlight something that I love about this game is that I always, even now, I see people make like videos and even reviews like, oh, it's generic, and people talk about in comments of YouTube videos and how like
Generic
it's
Maya.
yeah, it is not it is exuding style. The voice acting is phenomenal. The voiceover, the sound, the sound effects alone, it's so good. It's so
I've got
fun.
one thing to say. If anyone in Capcom's fucking team ends up watching these, they fucking need to remake this.
They need to. Absolutely. I will literally dip out of my already bleeding funds to then whip out that blood money to get this again. Because I don't even care if it, like, they pull what they just did with, you know, what do you call it? The Oblivion remaster. That would make me happy. I would be fine with that. Which, by the way, what they did, I recently learned this today, that what they did was it's a blend of the two engines of the original engine that it was created, along with a new engine just to make it look pretty. So it's literally the old game, but with
and the
a new
fact
coat
that
of
it was a
paint.
shadow release.
Yeah, just a shadow drop. No, like, just no mention. No needing to spend money on
No
marketing.
fanfare, nothing.
And yet everyone arrived. Everyone knew this was the shit. By the way, the funny thing that I always found funny is that people always wanted to give issue with this game because it was action-packed, which, you know, I understand it was later in the years when the game started becoming more action-packed, but here's the thing. The action-packedness of Resident Evil distinctly started with Resident Evil 3, with Jill, with a lot of the nuance of combat and with the dodge mechanics. And then, like, I'm gonna be up front. I like it because it showed the growth of characters and how strong they are. Like Resident Evil 4, that's the real one that really went far out because we saw baby Leon become a fucking special secret agent badass and just fucking went full fledged. And even now, everyone still loves it.
And if you manage to go through 4 and get some of the costumes, like, say, the suit of armor for Ashley, which makes it not impossible to kidnap. When Leon catches her, when she drops off the ladder and shit, like, man literally drops to a knee. But still, like,
did see
Think we
that.
see a traitor?
Yeah, he
What's
is
his
that
name?
strong.
And, like,
I can't even
like,
imagine.
And she's like, it's like, oh, he like even like throws a bit as he's getting back up.
So, I've rigged up a few toys to keep you busy.
Nikolai.
That's it. Also, by the way, for action-packedness, out of all of the characters that have an action-packed game, this makes the most sense. Is when Umbrella, the people who should have the control to make action to handle this, it just makes a lot more sense. Fine, I want to see if I still remember this. Human shield!
Some of the zombies are set with explosives. Watch
I
your
always
distance.
love these mechanics, and again, no one talks about this stuff.
My little contraptions seem to be working perfectly.
I'm gonna tank an entire explosion. Ah! Oh, there we go. Damn, it was after my ability wore off.
I remember when we originally played this, I was constantly doing dumb shit like that as well. Like,
Yes. And Vector. I remember Vector. I am bleeding. They're feral. Also, I love that mechanic, and also the infection, especially with. I do love
sometimes we
that.
didn't ban people so we
I those streams should still be archived. I will have to double check in case if Twitch decides. They did change their policy and stuff, so I don't know if it is actually lost or not. But if it's not, I actually should probably upload them to YouTube. Because that those were great fucking times.
Did we stream this back in the day?
Yeah, we did. We streamed it a full professional run. Going from complete scratch broke to riches. At least that's what I recall. It's literally been hard to say. Oh yeah, I remember that. Sometimes the enemies can be that's how they affect you. They became the redheads that were actually introduced in the redo/remake of the original Resident Evil. Which, by the way, a lot of Resident Evil games have been remade. For example, this is also another retelling of Resident Evil 2. There's so many retellings of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 in consideration. If you think about it, this game is the before. Okay. Fun fact, before the redo of Resident Evil 2, the video game redo of Resident Evil 2, this was the most modern, up-to-date version of Resident Evil 2 and 3 for an insane amount of years. Isn't that wild to think about? To think that, like, people... I remember, okay... So they give some people information that obviously not everyone would know, because it's one of those, like, you had a their situation. To get inspiration, there was modders and, what do you call it, developers who actually would play this game because it was the most up-to-date and accurate on capturing the atmosphere of the streets of Raccoon City, because you could go to the old, but it was able to transfer it into a new area. Also, I hope I die so I can then launch my team. Oh yeah, I could just use Man, I really love versus.
Keep your eyes open and shoot him if you see it.
Delta Team, the EMP supply chopper is inbound. Get to the
and he flew. But I was gonna say it's so freaking fun, and people still play it.
I remember I became quite blast resistant as a bellboy, so I would just sprint.
Yeah, I remember you used to sprint. Do you remember when you sprinted and you beat the crap out of that Claire field, and then Leon got pissed and started chasing after you because you killed her? He didn't care about the objective anymore. He specifically was coming for you the entire match.
Oh yeah.
That's still one of my fondest memories.
That fucking real nasty snipe on you.
Yeah.
Like, I sided with Leon and Claire, and I just ended up getting that really nasty fucking snipe.
I was trying to swap my weapon and I forgot my keybinds for a second. Ammo. Also, another thing I love about this is the world building of just, like, someone was sleeping here for a while and probably just blew their brains out. Which, isn't that kind of weird to think that you had all of that ammo and all that, but you got infected so it didn't matter? Oh yes, the redheads. I believe there's a proper term, but I know a lot of people they really look like the skin logo, which is so authentic to the remake of the first game.
Yeah, I was sprinting.
And I also love dynamically breaking heads like that in the environment. Also, our favorite cutscene with Nikolai. It's gonna be an easy flight over Raccoon City. No issues, no turbulence, a perfect day.
Fucking Nikolai with the dirty.
What the fuck is that? It looks like someone slept at the wheel. Do you see that?
Nap time.
I didn't do that. But I did do this.
Yeah, well. Oh, just that slow turn and walk, just.
That's okay. I've seen so many slow-mo walkaways, but no slow-mo walkaway looked as smooth as Nikolai doing that in this game.
Things are getting harder with you.
And like, first he
Not
snipes.
let Nikolai get a hold of those EMP charges. Get to that crash site and recover them immediately.
I just love how he punched him to the side. I'm like, get out of my way. I got a job to do. I'm gonna see if I can rush it. Oh, my favorite part. I probably should have grabbed ammo.
Enemy 121 Hunter! Concentrate your fire! Need bullets!
I'm gonna go for the melee. Well, I guess you can hang around. Did he just Venom, like Spider-Man Venom, hang around on me like that? Like PS1 Venom? Oh, hello, mine. Not mine.
The MA-121s are out! Open fire!
My question is, why is the trigger in the mines? Ooh, I heard that one though.
Using always the mobile thing you're gonna run through.
Well, this is the reason why we brought Beltway. He's the mine detector.
There's a mine here. Goes boom. You versus me, I'm Beltway. It's a fucking nightmare because you don't know where I am, and two, if I have the ability to place down mines, you've got to watch where you stand.
Yes.
I turned that shit way down.
Probably. I was gonna say, fun fact. This actually affects the cutscene sounds, as weird as it sounds.
I know.
But I was gonna say
That's why I don't mess with the dialogue volume. I mess with like music and shit because damn, is that loud?
It's beautiful though. It's beautiful. What I was gonna say was, I like to think that Beltway now has, my new headcanon is Beltway has a little competition with Hunk. He's like, no, I'm Mr. Death, and he just runs into every mine. I'm embodying death. I embrace it. I just can't die. God damn it, Hector. What did I tell you about playing with mines? Don't tell me what to do.
Alright, let's get to that crash site.
Bulletproof!
You know what? I will use the sniper. And we will pick them up. Let me hit you in the chest. Okay, so this does not have good enough frenzy. But this will.
Spec Ops, kill him! Take him out!
We will make him bleed.
Incoming!
Usually I always use a submachine gun at this part to make him bleed. Also, Beltway is just casually infected.
You just shoot me!
Yeah. You shot in the face, Beltway.
Watch my
So Beltway is dead. How could this have happened? Bertha, give him the morphine. How do you feel? Do you feel better now? Now that you got double drugs, Beltway. Do you feel better? The cyanide! The cyanide! Literally has a herb, gets injected by Four Eyes drugs, and the drugs of Bertha's stem.
Needs to clip that.
That needs to be clipped.
Town chopper is over by that clock tower. Let's move.
The
Man, I
entrance is
love this
blocked
game.
off. Let's find another way inside.
Bombastic
That was too
side-eye.
good.
It was the fact that he was looking away for the longest time until I said that.
And then, yeah, just slow turn of the head. It looks like the drugs did, like, nothing.
God damn it, I'm getting infected. Also love these dual kills.
I'll play Brutal Kills definitely have a lot more, I'd like to have a lot more.
I'm gonna boost up your audio, by the way. Hold on. Probably should have paused it. Okay, no, I did pause. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna boost up your audio because I want to hear you proper. You're nice and extra
Sorry, I
loud.
keep moving away from my mic and shit as well.
It's all good.
Can you hear me now?
Oh no, I hear you very good. I got you like 124%.
I love how the closer you get to an EMP, it sounds like there's a fucking Geiger counter going off.
Yeah, the guy.
Are these really EMPs?
Are these? Yeah, they do knock out an entire system. Also, the hidden raccoons hidden in the
The
levels.
raccoons.
The Raccoon City mascot. Also, I don't know if anyone knows about this per se, but like there was also a an ARG for this game that also existed. Those alternate reality games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're actually the net drop more lore. That's where a lot of the stuff came from. A lot more
Take
lore.
cover, he's got a
It was
sniper
very
rifle.
promotional.
Someone distract them with suppressive fire so we can move.
I have to look it up.
You fools don't even know what you are doing.
But yeah, that you could look it up. It does
That
exist.
I could have done this all alone, comrades? How
Which
do you
I
think
again,
knew
where I'm
where
just
you
like
were
they went
going?
really far
How
up in
did I know
development,
about
even
your
if it wasn't
precious
even them for at least
EMP
that bit.
devices? My
I mean,
client
great
gave me your
community.
comm channel. That's right. I've been gathering combat data for Operation Watchdog. You have been most useful in assisting me. Of
Let's
course,
get this over.
my client wants this information. They will have to pay for it, and neither you or them can stop me.
Oh, that's controlled by Also, I love that every weapon feels different in this game.
Yeah.
Like, for how old it is. Like, the UI looks really good. Like, the user interface.
God, I forgot how tanky Nikolai is.
Is it weird that because of the crunch of the indie developers that made this game, that they were given so little time that all this was made in like less than a year? Which I still can't believe that.
And it still looks amazing.
It is. It plays really freaking good. And it's very accurate to a lot of the locations that they actually captured the vibe so well.
Well, they did it. Yeah, they would still have the resources and stuff for these models, so.
Watch out!
Get away! Live grenade!
I like how that way just takes that entire game. It's like, doing my job! Doing my job, sir!
Just
Where
fucking
were you, Belway?
Takes the
It's
grenade.
like your turn.
Takes the grenade like it's nothing.
Which again, I love that Nikolai is trying to flush us
Nikolai
out.
is not a priority.
With grenades.
Disengage and proceed to the power plant immediately. We need to deactivate that power grid.
And a callback to, again, the first game. Especially with Jill.
Command,
Cheeky
we secured the EMP charges. Mission update requested.
Wolfpack management is not sure what's motivating Nikolai, but he seems to have ulterior motives. We'll keep looking into it.
I remember this. I'll just move along. Also, one thing I loved about the maps is that it blended completely into a whole other style and feeling, but feeling completely tonally and stylistically sound, like to go to the power plant.
Spec Ops coming at us.
And also, I love the blend of fighting with Spec Ops and the Zeds, and then also immediately going with mixed combat, where you can pit one side against each other. Well, fuck. I shoulder checked your bullet. Yeah, I'm not the other character. Alright.
I don't feel so good.
Please remember, you are not hung.
Yeah, I'm not.
The dive that you do just looks like you fell over.
I know it does. This one? Yeah, it always cracks me up too. Let's see. It doesn't help that I remember I distinctly selected the very slow pistol. Like, it does a solid amount of damage. My golly. It's like that's what it's supposed to be used for, is that you pick them off like that. Maybe I am a hunk. I mean, I do got the MP5 now. Beltway, why did you alert them? He had no idea we were here. God damn it, Beltway. He's like, sorry, boss.
Hold still, I fix it.
I just wanted to blow
don't
up.
give a fuck. I'll make an entrance.
It was a bombastic entrance.
I need to know if they have any
Command, we reached the
WD-40.
power plant.
My leg's getting creaky again.
Copy that. Plant the EMP charges on the generators and knock out that power grid.
Can you just imagine that someone trying to sneak around but his leg hasn't had any maintenance recently, so all you hear from him is as he fucking walks along.
Grenade! Grenade! This will help.
Let her down.
But she dropped me a gift. Rumble! I know I'm not gonna live through this, but that's the meme. And that was the duel with Nikolai.
Time to finish this.
Shit, it's Nikolai. He's on the catwalk above us.
Let's.
Live
Oh,
grenade!
great. We have to be out in the
Live
open.
grenade!
Yeah, I always remember pre-throwing. I was like, why do I feel like throwing a grenade is very important there? And I'm like, I remember now.
Command, we've reached the power plant.
Copy that. Plant the EMP charges on the generators and knock out their power grid.
Spec ops! They must be here guarding the power grid.
A lot of threats.
Get out! One EMP charge set. Now for the second one.
I'm done playing games with you security service dogs.
Grab
Time to finish this.
Shit, it's Nikolai. He's on the catwalk above us. Grenades!
Oh, they made me trip. I was trying to use my healing spray, and the game was just not letting me. I was like, yeah.
Command, we've reached the power plant.
Copy that. Plant the EMP charges on the generators and knock out their power grid.
Spec ops! They must be here guarding the power grid.
Game of teamwork. Okay, the zombies are feeding into the left side. Got him bleeding. Bleeding as well. You'd think doing that dodging maneuver wouldn't get me shot. And he just perfectly nailed me. It's like, get her when she lands.
Hey, he lit you up while you were bleeding.
Like, tag back. Also, yeah, no one really talks about that you can do shit like that, where you can take a zombie, snap its neck, and then get like an herb. Or use Bertha's ultimate ability where she can even kill a soldier and also make an herb out of them too. It's like all this stuff that no one knows about because people don't really experiment.
One EMP charge set. Now for the second one.
I'm done playing games with you security service dogs. Time to finish this.
I'm all about experimenting, like, you know, using Beltway as a mine clearer.
Yeah.
EMP charge down. Let's do it again.
And I'm also not going to talk about yet. Like before, how you said I bodied Claire and Leon chasing me.
Yes.
Just fucking chased after her and bodied her as Beltway.
Oh boy.
Guy actively chased her down just to try and melee her to death. Yeah, team's looking a might fuck.
Yeah. They're
Incoming!
the good news is that they're dead, so that the zombies are not gonna go towards them. The sad thing is Nikolai just shot me in the ass.
Need cover!
Get flashed. Four Eyes just a zombie. Alright. And Bertha just got ate by a zombie. And Bella, we just defended me from a zombie. Man, I'm saying zombie a lot in these sentences.
Zombie, zombie, zombie!
It's like it's a zombie game.
How's it set? Detonating.
It's like these are meant to be here.
Right?
Good. The power grid's down. Our job's done. No need to keep fighting. Leave those bastards in the dark.
Very tonally appropriate.
Yep, and then Jill goes and turns the power back on.
God damn it, Jill. Alright, well that was
Also, by the way,
solid run for it, but what's up?
5's installed.
I see. We shall move on to Resident Evil.
It
5.
installed while you were mid-mission.
Nice. Now, hopefully
5
that
doesn't have controller support, does it?
It should, but hopefully it also doesn't have issues with games for Windows Live. But
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
let's hope. All right, well that was Operation Raccoon
That's
City.
the only problem with
So actually, okay,
the only
fun
problem
fact about Resident Evil 5. It actually did have that issue for games with Windows Live. But the thing is, that is only with the physical old copies. Steam actually made a patch to fix Resident Evil 5. So they went out of their way when they were doing this correction stuff. That's where the whole notice thing came from, is because that issue was a hindrance to people for majorly Resident Evil 5 because there was no workaround. For Operation Raccoon City, there was a workaround, and there technically still is, but since you can't buy the game, there's, like, if you own it, you own it. If you don't, then you don't. But there is a workaround for that. But because they had that issue with Resident Evil 5, with specifically the physical releases and stuff like that, they decided to just like ban hammer like broadly, like, oh, this has games for Windows Live, it must be broken just like Resident Evil 5 because that was annoying. I guess we'll fix it when we get to it. In reality, it wasn't that bad or complicated. It just, they weren't lazy. And they're still lazy because we're still waiting on them. Please fix it. Give this game the love and attention it deserves.
Capcom, don't make me start treating you like Ubisoft.
Yeah. That's true.
Ubisoft, me angry. Fix.
Alright, well, we'll leave you off there, and we will be playing Resident Evil 5.